there are over 160 million Nigerians, and more than 20 million are young and unemployed. As part of a holistic response to this challenge, the government has created a program for youth enterprise with innovation in Nigeria, targeting young nationals and empowering them not just to overcome unemployment, but to become part of the solution. These are their stories.
Drip irrigation offers young people the opportunity to be able to use smaller spaces and grow much more. I give us an example: 1 hectare, which is 10,000 square meters of tomato, you'll be able to get between 30 to 40 tons. With drip irrigation, you can achieve 10 tons per 1,000 square meters. That's 1/10 of an hectare. I am an agri consultant. I studied crop production from the university, and upon graduation I decided to go into offering agricultural services, and basically that is what I do for a living. Agri services up to now had been a government-driven activity. We have the agricultural development programs, ADPs, that have been doing it. But ADP had been funded by the World Bank. When World Bank completed their projects and the ADPs started dwindling down, and some of them are actually doing nothing. And with the coming up of the transformation agenda of transforming agriculture into business, we felt that we will be much more needed, because if a farmer wants to invest money, he needs someone who will be able to give him much more better advice, who will be able to reduce his risk factor to the barest minimum. Yeah, before the UN, in our parlor, that's when with my computer, that's where if I had to develop proposal, let's say a feasibility for somebody, that's where I had to sit down and develop it. Working from here was a little bit more challenging because it has to accommodate my family. I used to keep my seats, and I sit around and work here. So when also my clients come, they come into the parlor, sit down. Sometimes they meet my mom and like that. So that was how it used to work. I applied for a 10 million grant, and that was what I was given. It has helped me a great deal. One, to be able to acquire the space we are using. It has also been able to help us to be able to start 1.5 hectares of cassava farm. We are multiplying cassava stems we started last year. Now this is in the conventional irrigation system. They call this check basin, or the common name is open and close. So it's a very tedious work. You have to keep doing this. It takes you hours to be able to water this whole farm. Sometimes 2 days, you have to water one part today, another part tomorrow, till you are able to water them. Now this is a typical drip irrigation system. We call it gravity drip because you use force of gravity to transport water from the tank down to the drip lines. But with gravity drip, you can cover up to 1 hectare with this kind of system if the land is pretty flat.
This idea will help my animals get their feed as well, because the major ingredient in their feed is maize. So with this, it's going to help me. There won't be time for me to struggle buying maize at a very high price. It's going to be available at all times with this irrigation system. I've really learned a lot from this project.
With drip irrigation, the water is just at the root zone and just dripping there, and so that is controlled drastically. It is a new technology in Nigeria, particularly up north here. It's rarely practiced.
Actually, I was on my way out of the country when he texted me that they are having a demonstration farm somewhere. So when I came back, I immediately went to his office. And when I went to it, that was my first time of encountering him. And he sat me down, gave me a brief of how to prepare land and how to go into some business of agriculture.
One of my advice is for every young graduate or not graduate, sometimes you don't even need any money to start some offer services before you are able to get money to start. So just start, government or support will come along the way. As people begin to get convinced about what you are doing, you begin to get recommendations, you begin to get, support along the way. So my advice is just get started no matter how.